Just use common sense for a second. If he has the same amount of streams as these big time superstars, but these superstars can do stadium tours and he can't. He can barely do the arena tours. Remember, he had to discount those tickets? I already made a video about this. And once again, going back to Kendrick's breath control, you're not getting this from Kendrick. He's not sticking out his arm doing a Hulk Hogan. Drake is doing karaoke while Kendrick is performing.
Pusha T and them just came out and said that a lot of music that was supposed to come out by Pusha T didn't come out because Drake made sure that it didn't come out.
Drake, his music has not been hitting the same. So Drake, having the ego that he has to play the games behind the scenes because that's the only way that he has any type of power. He's lost his grip on the culture. He had a 10-year lead. He was the self-proclaimed king up until this battle. And now you're seeing Drake at his worst. His back is against the wall. He's seen his career dying in front of him. He sees the downfall. He's already tried to put out music. Even though Nokia's doing his thing. That's not normal for Drake at all. So you see the last 2-3 years, what's been going on behind the scenes. Especially, it's crazy considering this lawsuit and how hypocritical this entire thing has been, to the point where it's almost repetitive. We've been saying it for months now, to a year. How Drake started off this entire thing, then ended up suing, saying that UMG wasn't protecting him. Meanwhile, he's literally pulling industry games that he claims that everyone else is doing. He's getting songs taken down. He's stealing tracks, using ghostwriters. Literally, he has colonized his entire industry. And now that he's left, now he's going to go do his streaming thing. He's doing his gambling thing. He's doing his investor thing behind the scenes, making his money. Now, he doesn't mind burning hip hop to the ground. And this is what we get, man, for letting this man get up to the top. We let him get it. So now we got to take it down from him. This is crazy, man.
The point where they had to pay 7 figures to get out of their record deal in order to put their own artistic expression out there. Are you serious? And this made me start thinking, bro. Have I ever seen Drake try to censor a non-black artist? Now,
and this just goes back to Drake's mentality. His bully mentality. I always mention on every single video how you are the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. So look at all the people that Drake hangs with. Look at the people who are aligning with Drake. And understand that's a clear line that's being drawn and he's saying throughout this beef. You have the 20v1. You have the culture, the 20 versus 1. You got Drake, DJ Academics, Andrew Tate, Kanye, Andrew Schultz, Aiden Ross. Like, these are Drake's Avengers. This is his Justice League. So they have this bully mentality while also being the victims, knowing that they have all the power. Understand Drake, he has the numbers of Taylor Swift, of Beyonce, of The Weeknd. But for some reason, he keeps pretending like he's not a part of the industry. Like he's not a plant. Like he doesn't have so much power in this industry. Understand, we going back to all the lines that he's rapped about him being Kobe and Shaq with Lucien and Drake. Like he is equating them to being partners, throwing alley-oops to each other. Now he's pretending like none of this has happened. Like he's a victim.
Now, of course, we'll never know all of the people who have been censored by Drake. You see what I'm saying? Because they might not come to the light or want to say or whatever. But we do know that all the people we've heard him attempt to censor so far and succeeded in most cases are black artists. And we wonder why these rappers have all these similar sentiments about the way he practices business amongst black people in a black environment. He uses his assimilation to white supremacy, right, in order to dominate black spaces, while also using his black side for the imagery. I just dropped my full break.
And it just goes back to everything that we've been speaking on. Not like us. He just continues to prove he's not like us. And Kendrick, the only thing he did was just hold up a mirror to Drake. And Drake, he cannot stop doing what he does because this is who he is. Now everything's been amplified after the beef. Even going back to, he's still following young girls on Instagram. Y'all remember Yana from Streamer University, she just graduated, turned 18. Then now on TikTok, she's going viral for reacting to Champagne Poppy, following her on Instagram. He can't stop himself. That's the reason why people like him have to be put on the registry. I don't believe he's a pedo, but I do believe he's a groomer, absolutely. And this is the mentality. Once again, going back to that bully mentality, it's a power dynamic. That's the root of all of his issues. Power, control. Control little girls, control people like top 5 in academics by having that position of power, and also controlling black artists, knowing for a fact the industry will side with you because he is who he is. He knows that. Even going back to how he's done other people that he's claimed that he's helped in the past, like I Love McConing, everyone on his label, they have nothing but horrible things to say about him. Go back to all the people he's subliminally dissed in the past, even the people that he just straight up stole from, like Drum. This is not something new. And Drake fans, they will defend it. Let me show y'all what they saying. As you know, Drake has officially announced, I was about to say a stadium tour, but it's an arena tour, a European arena tour. Right after he already said he was going to reschedule the Australian tour. So he completely said F you to those Australian fans. I would be pissed, man. Understand, those fans, they were already pissed. Because understand, a lot of them had to take off work, get hotels, and travel. So now he just completely re-upped and said, nah, just forget that. We'll just start a new European tour with Party Next Door. And this is how Drake fans respond to it. This is how they flip the narrative. So don't attach on to it. Going back to the 4 agreements, if you've ever read that book, the second agreement, don't take it personal. So understand, we're going to practice mindfulness. We're going to look back and see how they respond and psychoanalyze their internal dialogue and see how OVO fans jump through hoops to defend Drake. Let's look and study their delusions. So look, performing in an arena packed back-to-back nights is much better for the fans than just one stadium date per city, by the way. So I mentioned earlier how Drake has the same amount of Spotify streams as an artist like The Weeknd, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Kendrick. One thing that he does not have in common with any of these artists is the fact that they can do stadium tours. Not just stadiums, one-off events, no stadium tours. Beyonce has proven that, Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, and now Kendrick has proven that. Now Kendrick has the bragging rights for breaking all these records for the stadium tour. He's breaking the streaming records. He's breaking Super Bowl records. He's breaking Grammy records. He's breaking all different types of records. And even though Drake in his ego, he loves records. He loves numbers. Even just a few days ago, the OVO fans that were celebrating him getting all his diamond plaques and getting those accolades from the music industry. But they keep jumping through hoops to try to convince everyone else that 20, that's in the 20v1, that a rapper with Drake's ego wouldn't want to do a stadium tour. To be the first person to say, I did the Super Bowl, I did a stadium tour, and I have the records. You truly believe that he truly cares about the intimacy. And then they try to flip it and try to make it a money thing. When Kendrick is grossing way more, like it literally makes no sense. So let's keep on going. The first comment, ooh, I was waiting to see how fast the spin would hit the timeline. Congratulations. Come on, man. Come on, man. At least somebody else calling him out on the BS. Doing it in America, Canada would also be better for the fans, but he can't check into a lot of these cities. Come on, man. He just did like back-to-back US tours. Give us a chance, bro. Once again, don't attach on to it. Just look. Just listen. Just take it in. Take some notes. That's it. Stadium, arena. And this is how they defend it. Said depends really on the stadium. But most of the time, not. Acoustics are shit. But that just might be rap in general. No one has had this argument when it comes to Kendrick. This entire stadium tour, everyone has been saying how amazing Kendrick's breath control is. How amazing the show is. Nothing but positive things. Saying, man, they had the time of their life. You have this person saying, nah, it's the stadium. And they turn around and claim they just want Drake to be more intimate. They want to get closer with the audience and the fans. Cool. But just going back to the quality and the performance, Let me show you the clear and obvious difference. Let me play it one more time for you. Oh, that's cringy. But that's the GOAT, right? The GOAT. These are his people. Understand, the mass majority of his audience was in the crowd just begging him for money in the first place. Come on, Drake. And we love to talk about bots. Dog, that's the reason why Drake keeps talking about bots. Because something's not adding up, man. What makes more sense? Just use common sense for a second. If he has the same amount of streams as these big time superstars, but these superstars can do stadium tours and he can't. He can barely do the arena tours. Remember, he had to discount those tickets? I already made a video about this. I live streamed me going on Ticketmaster, searching up these tickets, and they were about $32 live. So they can't lie. It's documented. And once again, going back to Kendrick's breath control, the stadium performances, the lights, the visuals. You're not getting this from Kendrick. He's not sticking out his arm doing a Hulk Hogan. Motherfucker out here. And man, like, and it's so funny, him and Hulk Hogan, like, they have so much in common. Especially nowadays. Like, Drake is doing karaoke while Kendrick is performing. Then when I talk about the acoustics, when I talk about Drake wants to be intimate and personal with his audience. Come on, man. Like I said, there's a clear line being drawn in the sand. There's one side of hip hop that refuses to perform, put in lack of effort, and expects you to give them the most. One side of hip hop, the Tyler, the creators, the Doechis, the Kendricks, they're giving you everything, and they receive everything. Now you see why. And I truly believe this tweet really sums up everything. Drake's Red Button was releasing Family Matters and expecting UMG to censor Kendrick's response. That's why he was talking so reckless on there, because he felt he had the label in his back pocket and felt they would have his back. That's fucking wild. Exactly. And going back to the bully mindset, he was appalled that UMG didn't censor Kendrick. He was befuddled. He was, you feel me, clutching his pearls. Had to go and see Daddy Lucian Grange. So what's going on? Like, he's so used to getting his way. He's so spoiled. Literally, that's it. That's the entire reason why he's so disliked. He's so spoiled. He's throwing temper tantrums. And now everyone sees him for what he is. So going back to the 20v1 situation. The 20 is everybody else. It's the culture. It's actual grown adults. But now we got to see what goes on, man. Understand, 2025 is not done yet. He's going to keep doing things behind the scenes, man. Keep doing petty BS. He's not done. It's going to go on forever. He will never forget this. And I understand Kendrick, he knows that. So the only thing we can do is sit back and support Kendrick, support Push, support the album coming out soon, and support hip hop. So appreciate y'all. See y'all in the next video, man. Appreciate you.